Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Dan Cardellichio. Want to welcome you to Thursday's Destination Health Podcast. We are here. It's a nice, cool day outside. I am here with five-time world kettlebell champion, my friend, Lorna Kleidman. Lorna, how are you today?
Hi, great. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. It's great to see you. Great to be here.
Yes. And you know what? We're gonna do some kettlebell workouts today. Even though it's cool out, still make sure you're hydrating.
Yeah.
Still make sure you're getting electrolytes in, right, Lorna? Because you can still sweat.
Absolutely.
And number two, make sure you are healthy enough to join us in our kettlebell. Go to your primary care and make sure you're good. And we're gonna have a good time. Lorna, what are we doing today?
All right, so let's just review the dead swings. So the dead swings are where we're going to swing the kettlebell, but every time it comes up out of the legs, we're gonna place it down. And then every time we draw it back into its backswing, it's gonna be from a dead start. So this is really great for the legs and the hips.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna start, because we're using small fitness bells, I like to place it on a block, so it's just a little bit higher up. And as always, we want to hinge the hips back. This is so important to all of our positions with weightlifting or athletics. You know, if you're doing tennis, you're playing whatever sports you're playing, this is the position where you want to send your butt back, your knees are bent, your abs are engaged. So this is where we're going to start the swing. So you'll be about a foot behind the kettlebell or your block. Hinge from your hips, take the handles, and your shoulders are down. So now your spine is in a straight line, and we're gonna pull the kettlebell back. The wrists are gonna connect to the crotch, the inner upper thigh right here. And then you're gonna drive your legs down and that bell will come up. And then we're gonna bring it back down to the block, okay?
Yes.
All right, and you can start, you don't have a block, you can just start from the, I don't know if you can get to the ground. That's pretty low, but yeah, you can start from the ground.
Yes.
That's fine. Okay. So let's take the handles and shoulders are down. Let's pull it back, up, through the legs and back down. Make sure you exhale as the bell comes up. And it goes down. And we go up. And down. There's your dead swing. And up. Down. Let's go 3 more. Up. Good. That's right. And 1 more. Good.
That feels
so that initiation from this,
each one is my favorite, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? Each move is a favorite.
Yeah, it differs from the swing that's continuous, because when we bring it up from the floor or from the block, it's really working a lot of the hips, drawing it from the floor on that low position. So we're getting a little bit more legs and hips than we would if we do the continuous swing like this.
Yes.
Now we're really getting down here and lifting
yes.
the low position. So it requires a little bit more muscular effort.
I agree.
Okay, so let's come into, if you can come into a kneeling position, otherwise you can do it standing. If you can't kneel on the concrete, you can do this standing. So hold the handles of the bell. Your palms will face forward.
Let me take a look at what you're doing.
Yeah, your palms will face forward.
Uh-huh.
And the bottom of the bell will face to the ground.
Got it.
So you're like this.
Got it.
So palms are forward, and you're going to curl, press it up, bend your elbows, and press it again. So we're getting biceps and triceps.
We're getting bicep, triceps, and even some shoulder.
Yeah. So pointing the bottom of the kettlebell to the floor. You okay there on your knees? Okay. Keep your glutes engaged, keep your abs tight, and we're going to curl it. Now the bottom is facing the ceiling or the sky. Press it up. Bend your elbow, keep your abs engaged here. Press it and open. And again, curl, press, bend, press, and open. Again, curl, press, bend, Yes, let's go one more time. Otherwise, you can do 12 to 15 reps. Bend and press. Good.
I love
That's
these.
it. Good job.
Great.
All right, so let's come back to standing. Good. Let's grab, I'm going to use the block again. And I'm going to put the kettlebell on the block. And I'm going to stand right next to the block. I'm going to bend from my hips, bend my knees, and I'm going to row. Row.
Oh.
Touch. Good. So, yep, you can do it without the block. So pitching over, flat back, and you're going to row, row, and you're going to straighten your arm. I'm going to touch the block. Row, touch, row. So with this single weight, you don't want to tilt, you don't want to rotate, you want to keep your trunk very stable. Yes. And you can go pretty heavy on this. You can go about 25, 30 pounds for men and about 20 pounds for women. And this is a lot of core work to not let that weight pull you. And then try a few on the other side. Yep, so pitching over and stay with your butt back, your knees bent, pull.
This gets your back, your squatting.
Yep.
Some legs in here. Your abs have to be engaged. Your core.
Biceps, lats, absolutely.
Posterior delts.
Good, absolutely right. Okay, so let's go with one of our favorites, which is the halo into a chop. So the halo is a good warm up for the shoulders. And then the chop is just good for our abs. So hold the kettlebell handles and then hold the bottom up.
Yes.
When I wear black all the time, and so when I wear black, you can't see the bell. So here,
see the bell.
Here it is.
It gets lost in the camera.
It gets lost. Okay, so I'm holding the bell right in front of my chest. And bring the bell to your left ear, around, right ear, and chest. Now let's go the other side. To the right ear, behind, left, chest. Again, left ear. So you're circling, warming up the shoulders, other side. And now let's add the chop. So we're going to go to the left ear, right ear, across the body, open, and chop. Yes. And now close the legs. We go to the right ear, around, chop to the right. And cross the body. Bring it around. Cross the body, chop. Cross the body. Halo, cross the body, chop. Good. Again.
You can really feel this in your abs, Lorna.
Yep. And one more time. Good. Now let's bring the feet closer together. Knees are soft. And you're just going to hold the kettlebell with the bottom facing away from you. Here, I'm holding the handles.
Right.
Yep. And knees are soft. And all we're going to do is a little rotation. Bring those elbows away from you a little bit more. So the bell is out there. And rotate, rotate.
Is this far enough?
That looks good. Yeah, you can bring your elbows in front of you a little more.
There you go, because it makes it harder.
So the further the weight is away, the more challenging it will be. Yep. Keep those abs tight. Let's go 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. That's a good one. Yeah.
It's a really good one. And I love doing that movement. Reminds me of being in the gym where you get the tricep pulled down.
Yes. Oh, the cable horizontal chops. Yeah, yes. I love those too.
Yes.
So this is a way you can get that horizontal movement at home.
Awesome. I love that.
Right. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So now I'm going to come into a plank position. We're going to rotate to side plank and row. So I'll show you. Okay, so we'll come into a plank. You're gonna have one hand on the kettlebell. Now, let your heels drop. You're coming into side plank and take that kettlebell right under your chest and row. Your elbow will point to the ceiling. Good. Okay, so drop the heels. Good, row. Put it down, and now let's go on the other side. So come to center, and now you'll be on your right arm. Good. Center, and go to the first side. Pull the elbow to the ceiling. Center, other arm. Center, again. So we're getting abs, we're getting hips, we're getting shoulder. Pull.
This is really good for your abs too.
Yes, one more time each side. Pull. And pull. Good. Excellent. Okay, so now let's just finish with one high pull and one vertical snatch. So I'll remind you, this is a vertical movement, right? So you're pushing your legs down through the ground and you're just bringing the bell up to the chest and the elbow is to the side. That's your high pull. So let's go 3 high pulls. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go all the way up past the high pull position and stick the hand through the handle. Push through your legs, good. And then rack. And let's go 1 high pull, 1 snatch. Okay, so 1 high pull, and then 1 snatch. Up all the way, good, rack. Good, high pull. So we're pushing through the legs on both movements. Rack, one more time. High pull, snatch. Good. And then the other side. So the heavier the weight gets, if you go with heavier weight, the more you have to push through your legs.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So let's go on the other side. One of each movement. High pull, snatch. Slip the hand through. And legs. Legs again. Good. Push. Yes, excellent. One more time. Good form. And legs. That's it.
That's great. I love that.
Good. Lots of different movements.
Yes. Compound movements like that, they get your heart rate going.
That was great. Yeah.
That felt good.
Got the legs, got the abs, got the shoulders.
Definitely got
you
the
don't need a
abs.
lot of equipment for the home workouts. You know, you need to be strategic with your equipment, but you don't need a lot of equipment.
Right.
That's it.
You know what? How much weight should somebody do if they're in shape, they're not in shape?
I recommend for women a 15-pound bell and a 20 or a 25. And then if they get more advanced, they can absolutely go with a 35-pounder for swings, for push presses, for deadlifts, things like that. So, but I recommend starting with a 15 and a 25 because you can swing the 25, you can do the halo with the 15, you can do all of the planks with the 15. Now for the gentlemen, I suggest starting with 20 or 25 and then going up from there. Definitely a 35 and then maybe a 45. Yeah. Awesome.
That was great. That was a great workout. My heart rate's up.
My pleasure.
I'm going to do a couple of more of these when we get off to get a nice little workout in. So I'm pumped to do this. Lorna, thank you very much. I know
My pleasure.
I know you're having challenges going on. Where can people find you?
Yeah, find me on Instagram at Lorna Kleidman. And the website is lornafit.com. So yeah, I've got a 12-week program that's launched again for the fall, personal training if you want personal training. And then of course the membership, the online video membership, which, you have access to the entire library of my workouts, kettlebell workouts, non-kettlebell workouts, warm up, stretching, lots and lots of information.
Lots of stuff. And everybody out there knows that we are big fans. I'm a big fan of Lorna, and I always recommend her. So that is awesome. Thank you very much, Lorna.
My pleasure.
Today. We'll see everybody next week. We had a couple of weeks off, but that's okay. Yeah. We're back at it. You always get back at it.
Always.
Thank everybody for listening. If you have any comments, any questions for Lorna or myself, put them in the comment section. Make sure Lorna gets them, and we will be more than happy to answer them. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Take care.